Okay, this is lesson 6.3, which is one-step equations with rational coefficients. So we are doing stuff with fractions and decimals today. So if you brought your own calculator, that would probably be very helpful today. And you can definitely use it if you need to. I would actually suggest that you do so. This is probably, I want to say, about page 455. Close to that. Okay. And so we got to do a little bit of groundwork, so to speak. Okay, let's look. Where are we? Okay, so if you will go to page 457. Okay, and in the green box where it says what you'll learn, if you'll write this down. Okay, so what we are doing, okay, for the first part, and please write this down, decimals. Okay, when we are doing a one-step equations with decimals in this case, you're going to divide both sides by the number with the variable. Okay, and the number with the variable, of course, is the coefficient, which you learned last chapter. Okay, and so remember, when a number and a variable are together, say like 5a, that's really saying 5 times a. Even if it's a decimal, if you have negative 3.5 x, that's the same as negative 3.5 times x. Okay, so let's look at got it problem A, which should be down on the side, on the very bottom, or halfway down on the next page. Okay, so I have 6 4/10 is equal to 8/10 m. Remember, 8/10 m is really multiplication. So the inverse operation of multiplication is division. 0.8 divided by 0.8 is 1, which leaves you with m. And now I need to do 6 4/10 divided by 0.8. Well, if you don't have a calculator, right, you're going to put 6 4/10 in the house and 8/10 outside. I'm going to move the decimal one place to the right, move the decimal one place to the right. And how many times does 8 go into 64? That would be 8 times. So my solution is 8 equals m for got it problem A. Okay, let's give got it problem B a try. Okay, again, this is really negative 2.8 times P, so the inverse operation is to divide by negative 2.8. Negative 2.8 divided by negative 2.8 leaves you with P. Positive divided by a negative is going to be a negative. And again, I'm going to do 4.2 in the house and 2.8 outside. I'm going to move the decimal one place to the right, decimal one place to the right. Okay, 28. Okay, how many times does 28 go into 42? Okay, I'm not sure if it's 1 or 2, so I'm going to multiply 28 by 2 so I can see. 2 times 8 would be 16. 2 times 2 is 4, 5. So 2 is too big, so it's going to be 1 time. And now I'm going to subtract 28. 12 minus 8 is 4, and 3 minus 2 is 1. Now I'm going to add my decimal point, and a 0. Now I need to know how many times does 28 go into 140. So let's try 5 because I know it ends in a 0. 5 times 8 would be 40. 5 times 2 is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That happened to work out really nice. So it's 1.5. So my solution is P equals negative 1.5 or negative 1/2. Okay, here's the next one I've got going. Okay, I'm going to divide, again, both sides by the coefficient, which is negative 4.7 or negative 4 7/10. And if I divide the left side by negative 4 7/10, I'm going to divide the right side by negative 4 7/10. Okay, so that I have my variable isolated, that I have k by itself. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. And now I'm going to do 10 and 81/100 divided by 4 7/10. Going to move the decimal one place to the right. So my decimal's got to be there. 47 goes into 108. Okay, probably about 2 times, because 47 is close to 50 and 108 is close to 100, and 50 is going to go into 100 twice. So I'm going to do 47 times 2, which is 14. And then carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8, so that's 94. 108 minus 94 is going to leave me with 14. I'm going to bring down the 1. Okay, I'm going to try 94 times 3, or not 94, 47 times 3. So this is 3 times 7 is 21, carry the 2. 3 times 4 is 12, 13, 14. So my answer is going to be 2 3/10 as my solution. Okay. If you will go to page 461 and try numbers 1 through 3 on your own. Okay, page 461, 1 through 3. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to do them, and then my answers will come up on the board. So my solution for number 1 is x equals 5. Okay, for number 2, my answer is b equals negative 6. And for number 3, my answer is h equals positive 3, because a negative divided by a negative is a positive.